Good evening, world. This is Ivan Omer here again. This is going to be another very interesting video. I'm going to be continuing my Lord of the Rings read-along. We are now in chapter 9, which is Strider. So we met Strider in the earlier chapter, which is at the sign of the passing pony. But now what? Now this is when the other hobbits. This is when the hobbits finally meet Strider. Frodo meets Strider in the earlier chapters, the earlier chapter. But in this chapter, this is when all the hobbits meet Strider. Obviously. I'll read 4 pages of Lord of the Rings today. I'll babble on for a good 20 minutes as usual, 25 minutes in the first part. Then I'll read my 4 pages of Lord of the Rings, get that over with. Today is good because today I do not feel lazy like yesterday. Hence why my yesterday's video wasn't as interesting as my other videos because what? Even when I'm lazy, when I feel lazy, my videos are still very, very interesting, obviously. You could tell yesterday, yeah, Ivan didn't have any life in his words. Because I told you, I felt a little bit fatigued and lazy. But even when I was fatigued and lazy, I still managed to make what? An hour and like 15-minute video, whatever it is. Because my phone can what? My phone can last for about like 2 hours. An hour and 57, 2 hours, depending on how what. Depending on my percentage for my phone charge and all that stuff, right? Let's see. Today you're probably looking at a good hour 15-minute video around here. All my videos usually are 4 parts. 3 30-minute parts, 1 like 20-minute video. Usually depending on how much it depends on how much before my camera was charged at like 50%, and so my videos are only like 3 parts and like 4, and my 4th part was only like 6 minutes, something like that. Because if it's charged at 80%, 85%, 90%, that's when what? That's when you get longer videos. Obviously. Today I don't feel lazy and fatigued. I feel like I'm very energetic, so you're gonna see more passion. As in my other videos, you can tell I was a lot more energetic. I was in my recent video. I was a little bit lazy. I felt a little bit lazy and fatigued, obviously. But today I don't feel lazy and fatigued, which is good, obviously. Because I slept for a long time, obviously. The reason why I believe sometimes I feel lazy and fatigued is because the videos are wearing me out, obviously. Pumping out videos every day for like 2 hours, 2-hour videos, it wears you out sometimes, obviously. Hence why you better enjoy the series while you can, world. As a countdown is seriously taking my we're October, 17th, 18th, around there? 17th or 18th. Sometime in November, I'm making that final announcement, man. So the countdown's ticking, man. You know what I'm saying? Once I make that final announcement, you guys are all gonna be like, oh my god, is Ivan really done? You're all gonna be like, oh man. You're gonna be like, oh man, is Ivan really done, man? Yeah, man, I'm done after this, man. Because I know the reason why, because I know I'm gonna be king, man. I know I'm gonna be king. And I know my wife is gonna be queen with me, obviously. She's gonna be queen with me, obviously. That's why VJ is so proud of me, obviously. She's proud of me, you know what I'm saying, sweetie? She's very proud of me. One reason why VJ cries tonight too is because she knows what I have to go through to save her too, man. She knows the main reason is because she can't see me have sex. At the same time, she also knows she got duped in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You also have the price of the mess. Me being a porn star came at a price, man. I fucked up bad, yeah. Because the world set the whole thing up, obviously, because they're wicked people, obviously. And she also knows what I have to go through to save her. She knows I have to be a porn star. She knows, oh my god, just like the mess happened in Ivan's life, the mess is also going to happen in your life. Yeah, VJ. The mess is going to happen in your life. I was willing to save my virginity for you, man. But because the world's wicked, obviously, and they're selfish and they want to see me have sex, they make me and your relationship their business when it's none of their fucking business, obviously. Just like me, if I asked your wife, I want to see her have sex, you guys would be offended. How dare you? You're so evil, Ivan. And when it's Ivan, what do? You turn him into a porn star. And why you turn her innocent virgin man into a porn star, and you watch the videos and you're pleasuring yourself. It shows how selfish and wicked you guys really are, man. You turn this innocent virgin man into a porn star. Everyone, you humiliate him. You're going to humiliate me naked in front of the whole world. How many have sex with these women? Obviously. To force someone into a porn star is illegal, man. You can't force. It's one thing to force someone to sell out and all that stuff. But when people sell out, that happens all behind the scenes. But it's one thing to force someone into a porn star and film him and have the whole world watch it, man. Because you're looking at the whole world. The whole world's going to watch my porn videos. Steph Lyman is going to film it. They're going to hire They're gonna hire, because it's me, because I'm special. They're gonna hire the top notch people in the porn business to film my porn business because they know they're gonna make their billions off my porn videos. Obviously, the whole world will be watching that. You're gonna say, you're gonna see me as I'm a virgin, and all of a sudden, it's gonna be weird because you're gonna remember. Oh my god, I remember Ivan when he was a square virgin, right? He was a square virgin, obviously. He never had a girlfriend. I went to strip clubs, obviously, but even virgins go to strip clubs, right? I went to strip clubs also, but look at Ivan. He's a virgin. He's square. He's never had sex with a woman in his life. He's one that stays with Jane. All of a sudden, you turn Ivan into a man whore, man. Because you guys are wicked people, man. Fucking wicked people, obviously. And you guys, what are you gonna do when you watch my porn? You're gonna watch it. You're going to be hooked watching. You're going to be pleasuring yourselves, obviously. But even though you're going to be pleasuring yourselves, you know you got ripped off because my spirit ran. You're like, yeah, even though we saw Ivan's flesh, we never saw his spirit. His spirit left. Yeah. Did you get what you fucking deserve? You chose bullshit sex. You got ripped off, obviously. You chose the worthless over something that's worth a lot. Ivan and VJ's amazing glory in the public eye, man. It fucking boggles my mind, man. I'm saying. Yeah, man. That's how what? Hence, I set the whole thing up. Look, buddy, if you want to cause mess and horror in my life, go ahead and cause mess and horror in my life. I'm going to prove how wicked you really are, obviously. But just keep in mind, if you want to see VJ have sex, yeah, you'll have sex here, but you're going to get a VJ who's trash, which is fucking disgusting. I would never have sex with that, because I'm holy, obviously. Right? Same time, what? VJ's spirit will run away, and you're getting bullshit sex. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know you got ripped off sex from VJ. Yeah, we saw VJ have sex. We saw these guys pounding shit out of VJ, obviously, in her porn videos. But man, her spirit ran away every time. Yeah, her spirit ran away every time. At the same time, you got a VJ who's trash. Those men got a VJ who's trash. Fucking garbage. As I set the whole thing up, obviously. You didn't get the VJ with the glowing beauty, obviously. And Ivan, you get an Ivan who's fat as fuck. You're going to see me fat, obviously. Oh, yeah, we got an Ivan who was fat. You know what I'm saying? Ivan who's fat. We got an Ivan who's fat. And Ivan's spirit ran away too every time he had sex with his woman. Yeah. These women are all getting ripped off. And they knew that you guys know you get ripped off. And you still made the foolish choice, obviously. But the reason why you made this choice, because you're crazy people, you somehow thought maybe we might see Ivan, maybe we might see VJ. Look, man, I had the keys. You guys knew. If you want to see me and my wife have sex and cause mess in her life, me and my wife will end up winning the game. And you're going to end up what? You're going to end up getting rip-off sex from both of us, obviously. And so I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to keep saying this. What the fuck did you gain by laying your everything over? What did you gain by doing this? You didn't gain anything. The only thing you gained was what? You caused horror and chaos in both me and wife's life, obviously. If you want to call that if you want to say that's a win, that you caused mess in me and wife's life, obviously, and me and wife paid a price to be together, obviously. Right? But you got ripped off sex, obviously. The Ivan you saw was the Ivan who was a poor sour husband on YouTube because you locked the doors on him, obviously. And because you choose not to talk about him in the public eye, right, if he doesn't sell, when Ivan meets your king queen, you're left behind. You're left behind or kept behind the scenes, obviously. And now when Ivan meets your king, you killed an innocent man, obviously. And now when Ivan meets your king queen, you're now left behind. You're banned from their glory. So what did you gain by doing this, man? I'm going to ask this question. What the fuck did you gain? Well, we didn't really gain anything. You guys were just stupid. You let your envy take over, obviously. Because you're morally wicked people. You're not good people, obviously. You act professional. Trust me, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, you see all these teachers at school, they always act professional. No swearing in class, I'm saying. No talking in class. And look at what they did to me and my wife. They're fucking evil people, man. They're actors. You act like good people, but you're wicked people, obviously. All the teachers, I remember at Heritage, I remember my first day at school when I went to Heritage back in 2017, right? Back in 2017, when I went to school at Heritage when I was in college, I remember the teachers were reading the academic integrity, their academic integrity. And then what did the teachers do? They fucking sabotaged my marks, man. Fucking sabotaged my marks. I remember when I had my English exam. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I had my English exam, my French exam. I studied my ass off for those exams, obviously. When I did the exam, I'm oh my god, I think I got a good mark on this. All my marks remain the same. What's going on? Why are my marks the same? Because they sabotaged my mark off. They sabotaged my marks, obviously. It's because they're wicked. Hence, I shut those teachers up for good, and I shut Heritage up for good. I shut Heritage up for good. Academic integrity. When Ivan comes to school, what do? You sabotage his marks, just all because you don't want him being with his wife, and you want to see him have sex. You guys are crazy psychopaths, man. So I told you, you make my relationship your business. You're willing to sabotage my marks all because you don't want me being with my wife because the doors are locked on me, obviously. You don't want me. You don't want me being successful, obviously. At the same time, why? And at the same time, we can't seem to have sex because we're gonna sabotage my. Don't let him graduate because you guys are fucking crazy people, man. You're nothing but a mess that we have made, man. You act like good people, but you're fucking crazy psychopaths. You're nothing but a mess that me and wife made, man. And it's not just the Darcy people who feel like shit when I'm king, as well as what? All those Hollywood celebrities who know VJ will feel like shit. All those teachers in my life are gonna feel like shit too. The teachers, all the teachers who taught me in my life, you guys know who you are, who put me down, obviously. All throughout my school years, my teachers always put me down, man. Like, Ivan's stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's stupid. I told you, when I was in grade 7, I was in retard class, man. They put me in retard class. Retard class is like for people who are dumb. Like really, really dumb. They put me in retard class because my grade 6 teacher hated my guts, obviously. They said, Ivan isn't smart enough for the regular program, and I fucking proved you wrong. I graduated high school, obviously, and I got better marks. I got better marks than even most of the guys in Darcy, man, for most of my classes, man. The only marks that I didn't get better at was like science and math. I'm not the greatest at science and math. I got like 60s in those subjects. But for English and history and all stuff, I got better marks than most of the guys in even Darcy, man. And so I did pretty good in school, obviously. In adult ed, I did pretty good, whereas in high school, I did terrible. And I shut those teachers up for good. I fucking finished 10 years ago, I finished my high school. When I was 19, I got my high school diploma. I finished my high school diploma. I finished my high school 10 years ago. Almost 11 years ago now, I finished my high school. And so I shut those teachers up. And I wrote a fantasy novel that you could never write. I wrote the best fantasy novel ever written. You guys will see what I mean. Once you read my book, you're going to be shocked. Oh my God, I can't believe I even wrote this book. This is the best fantasy novel ever written. Some people will even say this is the best book I've ever read. Obviously. But in my opinion, you can't compare different genres. But some people might even say this is the best book I've ever read. Best novel I've ever read. Because Last of Us is such an amazing story, obviously. My book isn't perfect. You'll catch flaws, obviously. Every book has its flaws. There's not that much development with the eagles and the crows and all that stuff. There's not that much development for the eagles and the crows. My point is, I still wrote a masterpiece. And please keep in mind, I did everything myself. I had no help, man. I did everything myself. I wrote the story myself, everything myself. And I already told you my story. I started writing Last of Us in 2011. So it took me what? And I finished in 2020. I finished. But I had to rewrite a lot of the book because I told you the step families, they hacked my laptop. And so because I wrote everything in my notebook, God protected my journey again. It's not a coincidence that I wrote everything in my notebook. Had I not written everything in my notebook and they hacked my laptop, I would have had to start completely from scratch. And I would have been very, very stressed up because I don't know if I can write as good of a story, obviously. And I wrote everything in my notebook. Because I have like, Ivan, how much notebooks do you have? I have like six, 7 notebooks. I don't know, 6, 7 notebooks front and back. All the notes for Last of Us story. I wrote my whole book. I wrote like 80% of my whole book on my notebook. And so hence when Seth Simons hacked my laptop, all I had to do was go on the computer and just rewrite the whole thing. It took me 3 months to rewrite the whole thing. It was stressing, obviously. I grinded. I wrote like 10 pages every day for 3 months, and I finally finished it, obviously. It's the same story as my original, but the original has a little bit of a few different tweaks here and there, but it's the same story as my original because I wrote everything in my notebook, obviously. It's just the same story, obviously. But you're looking at the best fantasy novel ever written. You guys will see what I mean. You guys already know, I already did a huge study on my book when I wrote on my board. A couple months ago, I made videos, obviously, about my last one in depth, about my story. And you guys, oh my God, Ivan, I can see why this story is amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing story, obviously. It's a very unique story, too. You have the animal kingdom and you have the humans. And it's an Aratat's a wolf. He's a wolf king. There's no fantasy stories like that. Aratat's the wolf king, obviously. And Takis is the prince of the north. His father is a king of the north, the king of Xanus. Takis is a prince of Xanus, obviously. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Aratat's the king of the south. Fool is the prince of the south, obviously. Ephesus is the king bat of the mountains, of the Gilead mountains. So you have 3 races. You have the humans, the master wolves. You call them wolves or master wolves, right? And you also have the bats. And there's a deep history between those 3 races, obviously. And you also have the holy ancestors of the north, obviously. I don't want to spoil the story for you. There are the holy ancestors of the north, and you also have the ancestors of the south, obviously. And the ancestors of the south are cursed devils. They're devils, obviously. Best example is the ancestors of the south. I won't spoil the story for you, but the ancestors of the south are kind of like what? They're like fallen angels, pretty much. I don't want. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil the story for you. And the ancestors of the north are like they're holy, right? They're holy, obviously. And Zendus is an ancestor. He's one of the ancestors. Obviously, an Ariok, Iludus from the wolves. They're all ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Ariok, um, he's an ancestor for the wolves. Iludus is the ancestor for the bats. There's not that much history with the bats, but I give you a little bit of history with the bats too, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like my book doesn't have like a genealogy list, no, but I give like I mention like this man comes from this guy and also hence if you put the clues together, okay, there's obviously a genealogy with the humans and the wolves and the bats, yeah. There's a genealogy. Tachys is a 10th generation. Tachys the first is a ninth generation. Eretat's the ninth generation. Faful is born the same day as Tachys. He is the 10th generation. Ivan, why are they born on the same day? Again, you'll find out what I mean by that when you read the book, obviously. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Hence why you're looking at the best story ever told in motion picture. You're looking at an amazing story, man. I'm not going to say it'll be the best. Because the last thing I want to do is say it's the best and people watch it was good, but I wouldn't say it's the best, obviously. But the reason why I believe it'll be one of the best stories I told in motion picture, two reasons. One, because it's an amazing story. Find out what I mean by that when you read the book. Three reasons, actually. It's an amazing story. You'll find out what I mean. You'll find out what I mean by that when you read the book, obviously. If you adapt this kind of story to the big screen, you're looking at the best story ever told. One of, not the best story ever told. At the same time, I'm putting unheard amount of money into it, and so it will enhance the movie, obviously. Because I'm putting a lot of money into it, it will enhance the quality of the movie, unheard of action sequences, and you're looking at top-notch battle sequences. You know when you watch Lord of the Rings, you watch all these movies, you get all these nice battle sequences? It's fucking cool. Oh my god, this is so cool seeing all these battle sequences. Yeah, top-notch battle sequences, obviously. Unheard of horror. Eretat's the devil himself. Faful's the devil. Ephes is the devil. You're looking at beings, the most horrific beings in movie history. 3 times scarier than the beings in The Exorcist. I remember when I saw The Exorcist, that was fucking freaky. Well, imagine devils scarier than that. 3 times scarier than that. 3 times scarier than Pennywise the Clown. 3 times scarier what? Than what? Than the boss orc in Lord of the Rings and that devil being an Annabelle. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'll show you those pictures. 3 times scarier than all those what beings? You know what I'm saying? You also have unheard of world building. Think something like Avatar, an revolution of technology. When you guys see the trailer, you're going to be like, wow, man, that's fucking cool. Because you're looking at unheard of technology, obviously. Something better than Avatar. So picture something like Avatar, high-tech world, obviously. Fruit flies. Think of something like Avatar, high-tech world, except what? Except the world looks a lot more natural. Hence why you're looking at an amazing movie, man. You're looking at a fucking amazing movie, obviously. And the third reason is because I'm acting in it. Because I am acting in it, it's only going to make the movie that much better. That's the reason why Last of Us will be one of, not the best story ever told. Because I'm acting in it, man. And my wife's acting in it too. My wife's going to play the role of Lithia, obviously. She's going to play the role of Lithia. She's going to play the role of Lithia, obviously. Eli's daughter, obviously, in Saphius. And I'm going to play Tachys. I'm the lead for the movie. I'm going to be what? The Prince of the North, obviously. Prince. You're going to see me playing the role as a prince, obviously. And trust me, I wrote my book, and if you adapt this to the big screen, you're looking at one of, not the best story ever told. Yes, even better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. If you write a good script, which I will, obviously. Because I'm a creative, I can write a good script, obviously. But I told you I need help. I would never write my own script on my own. I need help, obviously. That's why I'm hiring 2 script developers. There's a high chance I'm going to hire one of those 2 directors, Mel Gibson or Peter Jackson, to help me write the script, obviously. If I hire them, I'll have them help me. If I don't hire them, I'll just have my 2 script developers help me, which is enough. But if I do hire those 2 guys, I'll have them co-write it with me. That way, they know the ins and outs of the story, and they what? They know the ins and outs of the story, and that way you get it. I told you, as long as you follow my book, you will get a good story. Just like Lord of the Rings, they followed some of the book, obviously, and you got an amazing story. Last of Us, if you follow the book, you'll get an amazing story. You'll get an amazing story, guaranteed. Because it's a masterpiece. It's an amazing story. If you drift off and you start making up your own things, you can ruin the story. That's why I want to follow a good 7% of the story. Add 30% more details to make the story more interesting, obviously. And my wife will, trust me, when my wife read my book, she's going to be shocked. Ivan, you wrote this book? I'm like, yeah, I wrote it. He said, Ivan, are you lying to me? There's no way you wrote this book on your own. You had to have help. I know, Vijay, I wrote it on my own. She's like, oh my God, Ivan, this is the best. This is the best novel ever written. This is the best fantasy novel ever written. I've never read a story like this before. This is so unique. This is such an amazing story. It's like the Bible. It's like the Bible, but with its own twist. Yeah, say with Tactius, the Prince of the North. It's such an amazing story, Ivan. You're gonna see how shocked she is. I'm saying because VJ likes reading books. You see a lot of pictures of VJ reading books. Obviously, VJ likes reading books. I see pictures of her reading books and all that stuff. VJ likes reading books, obviously. It's a good chance VJ will probably buy the ebook. There's a lot of people around the world that are gonna I want to read Ivan's book right away. I don't want to wait. There's a lot of people who are gonna buy my ebook and they want to read right away. The only people who are most likely gonna buy the print are the celebrities. A lot of the celebrities will buy the print because $100 for a celebrity's pocket change. A lot of the celebrities are gonna buy the print. At the same time, a lot of the celebrities are gonna a lot of the book nerds are gonna buy the print too because book nerds like having a collection. Believe me, I go through fantasy Reddit and all that stuff. Book nerds like having a collection. They like having what? They like having their own collection, their own book collection. Obviously, that's 20 minutes here. That's why most of the book nerds are gonna buy the print. I'm gonna buy the print because I don't mind waiting. I'm gonna buy the print. I'm gonna wait a good couple. The moment I release my book for purchase on Lulu, I'm going to I'm gonna immediately order my book right away because I know a lot of people around the world. I have the keys. Once I release it for